Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Terraria. It's been a long while since I've recorded anything, and the reason has been that I've been traveling for New Year's and for Christmas. Pretty much that's been what it's been. I went back up to my family's place and then also went over to a friend's place for New Year's. But because of those two things, I didn't have access to my computer, which I kind of need, in order to record. Oh, I thought I was out of place. Oh dear. Wow, that did not go well. Well, that's unfortunate. Hold up. Also, my mouse seems to not be working. At least my keyboard is working, but I wonder if my battery is low on this thing. I might have to pause the episode just to take care of that. I do need to first go back and pick up, well, like the 3 coins that I probably dropped. I really wish I could have killed that mime, though, in order to get whatever he may have had. Yeah, this is a problem, though. If I can't use my mouse, I can't really attack anything or anyone. This is actually a big problem. A very big problem is all I can do is move. So I'm not sure what the best plan of action is. I just got like a few coins there. Wow, I've managed to get myself into quite a predicament. Okay, I can use the... Oh boy. I can use... Oh dear. Oh, this is terrible. I might just have to let myself die. In fact, I don't have that many coins. I'm just going to do that. Let myself die real quick, and then I'm going to pause the episode fairly quickly and recalibrate this, probably put a new battery in my mouse to figure that out. Alright guys, I'll be back in a second. Sorry about that. Alright guys, what's up? I am back, and I have a new battery in my wireless mouse. I think the problem was that I still had the cheap, free batteries that come with it. Those are fairly worthless, I think would be the best way to put it. I do like, though, the way that everything's been spreading around here quite nicely, actually. Was that Adamantite there? I believe it was. Okay. And I apologize if I'm a little bit slow getting back into things. I haven't played this game in over 2 weeks. So, oh boy. So that's probably going to be a little bit of a problem in terms of me getting back into the swing of things. I did want to talk about a few things, though, while we're here. First of all, my goal this episode simply is to collect some Adamantite, for anyone who didn't know that. Also, I wanted to say welcome to any of my new subscribers. I actually got a lot of new subscribers while I was gone and not making videos. So I guess that's people who saw some of my videos, that have been up for a while they were on their respective holiday breaks. So, yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. I wanted to thank everyone who's new for joining, and I hope you will enjoy my new content. Right now, all I'm really trying to do is, just to get some Adamantite. I think what I'm going to try to do as well as far as episodes is get back in the habit of doing an episode every day or so. So hopefully that's not too much. I know some people don't like their inboxes to be flooded by too many videos, but that's been my habit previously, and that's what I'd like to continue to do now that I actually have computer and internet access yet again. I think I only had real internet access maybe once over break, and that was just due to the fact that other than my smartphone, I didn't carry any electronic devices with me, and obviously those are pretty important for connecting to the internet, and you can't really play Terraria, at least not yet, on your smartphone. So that's why that is the way it was. But trying to think if there's anything else new that I ought to tell you guys. And I can't really think of anything, though. Off the top of my head, at least. Just want to keep you guys updated, though. So yeah, I do want to apologize, though. I don't think I effectively expressed the fact that I was going to be gone for as long as I was. I don't think I really knew that I was. because the fact that I made a trip back back home to see my family, I knew that I wanted to do that, but I didn't know when I was doing that over break. And so actually what happened, I think this is kind of interesting and kind of funny, is it was a lot of things happened over break, and one of them was my fiance moving in because we're getting married this summer. And so, long story short, basically her brother had to come by to watch my dog while I went up on a fairly long trip to go meet up with her to help her get on her way back up here. So I was actually recording an episode of Skyrim, which I almost finished recording, when he knocked on the door, and I felt a little awkward, recording an episode in front of him. It'd just be kind of awkward. I need a little bit of privacy to record. I don't know why that is, but I just feel awkward, But anyways, so I actually finished recording most of the episode, but stopped. Oh boy, crap! I did not play that well. Anyway, so I never uploaded the episode. I'm going to once I film a conclusion to it. Right now, I leave the episode off in a, this episode wasn't finished or something like that, but I don't know, so I'll be back in a second. And that was like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't revisited it because he visited for that whole week, and the whole weekend, and I was out of town. Came back into town, but then left again. It was really busy too, like organizing the apartment, getting. Well, there's a lot of enemies around here. Okay. Hey. A little piece of adamantite. Okay. So yeah, how much adamantite have we got so far? Yeah, so basically I spent almost the entire break away, and so yeah, that's why I didn't record anything. Actually, it's kind of funny. The whole time I was away, and this shows how much I've become used to recording episodes. Like the whole time I was away, I kept wanting to record an episode just because it's fun, and not even for the video game's sake, but for the commentary's sake, and not to get out of practice either, because to a degree, having a 30-minute long monologue with yourself is not something not with yourself, at people who can't respond to you, I should say, because it's certainly not directed at myself, because anything that I would say I would already, at least theoretically, know. I would hope. I imagine. So, but I'm off topic again, though. Anyways, so yeah, I was actually kind of like itching to record another episode. I don't have. I need to carry that with me. Shadow things. Maybe I need to make a little mark here that's where there's a shadow. I don't think there's any treasure in those shadow chests that I don't already have. There might be like one more that I haven't got yet. But, yeah, we'll see. Okay, anyways, back on topic though. So yeah, I did want to say I missed you guys, actually. When I got back, I had like 23 new comments and stuff like that, as well as a lot more subscribers and views. And I wanted to appreciate you guys for that, because I'm near, I think, I'm at 203 subscribers last time I checked, something like that, and then several thousand extra views since I've been gone. So I guess a lot of people watch videos over the course of the holidays or whatever. Oh hey, here's where I died. You guys remember this last episode, which was quite a while ago? I was digging that out and the lava fell all over me and kind of killed me. And I was planning on ending the episode anyways, but it was quite a way to end the episode, if my opinion counts. Yeah. Well, the good news is, with this armor, I'm a lot less vulnerable to these guys, which is quite good. But still, mining for adamantite is a little tedious. But I need to do this before, I need to at least get the adamantite armor before I start fighting those bosses, And I'm really looking forward to getting the hallowed armor. Also, a couple things. I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about what videos I want to do more of. The thing is, I've started a lot of projects, and that's part of my being ADD. And I do intend to finish all of those. The thing is, it might take me a little while to do, but I will, I promise, not even to you, but just to myself, that I will finish all the projects that I've started. But I think I might start focusing more on the projects that seem to be more popular with you guys. You know, I noticed that, for example, my Magicka video had like 40 views, whereas, you know, some of my Minecraft, Terraria, and Skyrim videos have had, you know, upwards of 1,000, which is incredible in and of itself. And that being said, I don't want it to seem like I'm like pandering or anything. I'm just trying to give you guys what you want, and I still will finish all of those series, but probably focus more on these ones at the moment, just because my time is actually going to be more limited now. Oh man, that's too bad. I mean, it's good that it's dying, but it's bad that I can't get any of the goods that it had. Because apparently the mine drops a lot of things that you, like your GPS, or at least the components for GPS. Maybe the map or something. I don't know what it's called, but one of those important in-game items, you know. Okay. This looks like something promising. Okay. Oh, I hate that darkness debuff. Absolutely hate it. So I was taking a second to think. I'm probably about to die. Yep, I died. Crap. Well, whatever, I lost like half a gold. I've become more careless with... Oh, didn't even catch that. Let's see, we have, wow, 90 Adamantite though. That's quite a bit. And I think I had... Did I have any more in here? No, I had it up in these chests. Okay, so 94 Adamantite. That's going to be quite a bit. So let's see how much we have. Oh, it's not nearly as much as I had hoped. Actually, it's only 37. I do want to make that armor though. I don't think I have any of the other armor. Let's see. Okay, so among these, this one does 10 defense, 14 defense, well, 22 defense, which is quite a bit more than this. So I'll probably get the helmet and the breastplate. Yeah, I think the breastplate will do. Now I will lose my set bonus, but let me take those glasses off and see how I look. I don't know what you guys think. I kind of like the looks of the goggles. I had gotten a comment, and I take all of you guys' comments seriously, and that the goggles didn't look so great with it. I mean, obviously the mismatched pants and things don't look so great, but I don't know. I kind of like the way the goggles look. But I'll let you guys decide. If you do like the goggles on, let me know. If you don't like them, I'll go without them, or I'll put on a different accessory. I have quite a few to choose from. I think I'm having them all stored up in this vicinity, somewhere up here. I mean, I could even put on a clown hat. That looks terrible. Put on a top hat. That's... Oh, hey, you can see your hair underneath the top hat now. That's pretty cool. Even a summer hat, sort of like a sun hat type thing. And the good old trusty... Oh, actually, with the Adamantite, I think the Plumber's, aka Mario's hat, might look cooler than... I think those really look good with the Cobalt armor. I might go with the Plumber's hat, actually. Although I do love the goggles because they're super cheap and pretty cool. But the plumber's hat, I think I'm going to wear that for a while. Let me know again what you guys think about all of that. In the meanwhile, though, I need to make another mannequin. I think I have a bunch up here, actually. And put it right here. And suit him up. There we go. See, we have a little evolution of the different types. Although I never made a full set of jungle armor, unfortunately. It used to be fairly expensive to do, though, so that's why I didn't do it. Although I think the price may have dropped since then. I'm not sure. Another tombstone, of course. Okay. Sweet. Well, I think we needed 18 adamantite bars to get that. And we have 4 ore and 1 bar. So I think it's like 5 adamantite per bar, something like that. So I think we went to the left that time. Let's go to the right this time and see if we can't get that last little bit of adamantite this episode to get that full adamantite armor. And then I think, and only then, I think we can start thinking about maybe trying to take on some of the 1.1 bosses. Yeah. Now, I think I also need to make a new map, though, when I do this, because there's apparently a new snow biome, which I have not explored yet, and I would be pretty excited to do that. The only problem is there's still that silly limitation of being able to have 5 different what's the word? Worlds on your save files, and unfortunately I'm currently using all of those. And one of them is for this world, one of them is for my original world, yet another is for that one with the giant hole in it, that's a whole screen width wide, that I dug with the cobalt drill, which was probably stupid because I probably could have just waited till I got the, the Hamdrax, whatever it is, that's made the hallowed thing. You use one of each of these 3 and make like this awesome thing. No, I think you use the hallowed thing as an ingredient. I think it's like the best of the best of the best, whatever. So we'll see. But more adamantite. As an aside, I think you guys probably have gleaned this from watching me, but in case I didn't make it clear, I think the best way, at least as far as I've been able to tell, to get adamantite is to dig down to the hell world and then just go back and forth around the hell world in that level right above it and collect stuff there. That's a big bat. Okay, that's really annoying. Really super annoying. Now the one thing I think that would be really nice if Terraria did this would be to have more sets of armor that are fully equivalent in terms of defense and other stats that had different perks, right? So, for example, I really like perks that give you more attack power or more attack speed. I'm a big fan of those. And I don't know what the full adamantite set or full hollowed armor set bonuses are, but pretty much if you want the best armor in the game, you have to go with hollowed. At least that's my understanding. I could be completely off on that, but that's how it's been presented to me thus far, at least. And that sort of limits gameplay styles, in my opinion. I know people had said that, well, that you had jungle armor and necro armor and meteor armor, and those are all equivalent. And I can see that to a point, perhaps. I don't necessarily. I always seemed that to me that the molten armor seemed like the natural choice, that you simply had more defense and could do a lot more in the game if you had it. Then again, though, other ones had different perks which were quite powerful. Of course, you have to balance the perks. If you have like an awesome perk, you can't have the most awesome defense, or else you'll have just a really overpowered armor that everyone's going to use. At least that's kind of my theory on it. I don't really need this golden... Well, I might need it. It can't hurt. I really do love the speed with which this collects it, though, now. And I think, yeah, I think my next goal, once I get this full set of Adamantite armor, which is really what I've been sort of craving for the past few episodes, I think once I have that, I'll be much, much better able to take on, you know, those bosses in the game and stuff. So, and then the next step will, I guess, to be to eradicate all of this corruption from our world. And let's see. Oh, I do want to hear some input from all of my new subscribers. If you know, a lot of my old subscribers have been very good about being in contact with me and stuff, but I'd like to also hear what new people have to say, because you guys might have a sort of different perspective on things. I'm going for this gold chest in the top left there. I'm hoping that maybe it's a mimic, so I can kill it, you know. Let's see. Okay. Oh, nope, not a mimic. Nothing important at all. Okay. Kill this giant bat. And I think also one thing I want to do is, once I have the full set of hallowed armor, maybe even just the full set of... no, I think full set of hallowed armor. I want to try out killing the Eye of Cthulhu with nothing but the copper short sword. I can't do that currently, I don't think. But because I mean, it's just so little damage, it'd be too slow. But you know, I think that maybe you could defeat him with that if you had all of those different attack bonuses of the buffs and stuff. They'd be pretty potent. So who knows? Yeah, I'm overall pretty excited about it. And sorry if I sound a little tired. I am. I didn't get a lot of sleep traveling and stuff. I never tend to, unfortunately. But here's to hoping that that I can still, you know, be coherent despite a little bit, you know, just a modicum really of sleep deprivation. Oh, as far as other things, I guess in my life that are pertinent to, I don't want to bore you with a whole bunch of, like, you know, me talking about my own personal life, when I think for the most part what you guys want to see is video game gameplay. But this is actually pertinent in as much as it has to do with my ability to record, you know, the number of videos that I'm recording, and that is that I'm going to be a lot more busy as, hey, there's the dungeon. Oh, this is cool. I'm going to be a lot more busy as the semester progresses, because I'm in the second semester of medical school, and for those of you who don't know how medical school, at least in the US, works, it's a 4-year program. I think all medical schools, or at least most, are 4-year programs. To my knowledge, all of them are in the US are 4-year programs. And basically, you spend 2 years doing sort of classwork type stuff, and you spend 2 years doing more hands-on practical stuff, like actually in the hospital, actually seeing patients. And so the way it works is the first 2 years, the classroom stuff teaches you basic science things. A lot of it's repeat from college, but at a deeper level. And what you do is you study anatomy and physiology, pathology, biochemistry, all of those things, which I actually think are pretty interesting. Although they really do, you know, kill you with it until the point where you, even though if you're like me, you're a curious person, they just beat the curiosity out of you. But it's probably for the better, because it's important stuff to know. So I can't complain too much about it. But basically, at the end of the second year, once you've finished all of those different tests, all the different courses, that is, you then actually have to take one massive test on it, which is called the boards. And so that test basically tests you on 2 years worth of very in-depth, very intense knowledge. So it's a big test, and not only is it a big test in terms of difficulty, like it's legitimately difficult to pass unless you do a large amount of preparation, but it's also very important, a very important test because it's important for getting into residencies, and residency is for those of you who aren't familiar with the whole medical training system. Once you finish medical school, you are a doctor. You have the MD letters next to your name, but you can't practice on your own because you're not board certified. So you could only be like a I think a general practitioner. I'm not sure what it's called, but I think it's just general practitioner. Like you basically aren't board certified. And to get board certified, you have to go through a residency, which you are paid and you are a doctor, but you have a limited amount of autonomy, right? And that's a good thing, because the fact of the matter is, a lot of medicine boils down to experience. It's just from what I've heard, at least, there's some things you can't really learn in a textbook. You can't really learn. Just seeing it once. You have to see it over and over again and learn to make those tough calls on your own. And by the way, guys, I hope I'm not boring you too much with all this medical stuff. It's just something I felt like talking about while I was recording this episode, because blathering on and on about how awesome Adamantite is probably wouldn't make anything that interesting. Okay. Oh, crap. Well, that's what I get for getting distracted. I do think, though, we have enough Adamantite to make the full set now. As well as some gold. Alright, 45 Adamantite bars is enough to get us a pair of Adamantite leggings, bringing us up to a grand total of 50 defense, which is awesome. And we look pretty cool, I think, with our Mario hat. Additionally, let's see, could make the Adamantite sword, which, should I make that, or should I make something else? How about, yeah, I think I'll do the Adamantite sword, because that does more damage even than the... Yeah, I think those are pretty much the same, except that one has more knockback, but that's still pretty... Let's give it a try. That's a pretty big sword, too. Sweet. And we still can make some more stuff. I might make an Adamantite repeater. Does 39 damage. Well, I don't carry arrows around with me very much. How about, I'll hold off on that decision. That's a tough decision. So I'll hold off onto that till later. But I do have a full set of Adamantite armor with an Adamantite drill, and I don't really need an Adamantite chainsaw just yet. That will be useful for making that epic, like, Hamdrax thing later on, but right now I don't need it. So I'm trying to think where else I ought to take this episode to, but I think we might be close to being done. Let me just drop some of the stuff off. I'm a little sad about the 2 gold that I, dropped, pretty much. I'm going to put that up somewhere important. And I definitely want to have those with me. Okay. Let's go ahead and put my sword up with my other swords. And deposit all that gold. And I think, yeah, I think I need to take these over to the guide and see what I can make with them. Where is the guide? Alright, so the Soul of Flight, I can make wings. Basically, are the 2 things I can make with those. Don't have enough yet, though. With the Soul of Light, I can make... the Tao of Pow. It's interesting. with a light disc. These are quite a few interesting little things you can make. Now this is what we're looking for. Okay, I need 7. I only have 4 of those souls lights. Okay, I need 7 of those and 5 each of those and some lenses. Okay, let's go ahead and start collecting items for the alright, so we need 3 lenses, which I believe I have somewhere in here. I have 53 actually. Sweet. Well, that's good. I now have a use for those. And some copper and some iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And so all I need is 3 more souls of light. So how about that? This episode, to finish off the episode, we'll go over to this area over here. I'm gonna turn my light back on. You can't really see much otherwise. I think my whole world is slowly turning hallowed. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. It'd be kind of nice to be able to actually get the whole world just be normal, but who knows? I think the one thing this game needs is like an ending goal, you know. Although I am hesitant to say that. In all actuality, I kind of like the fact that it's open-ended, you know, in the same way that Minecraft is. Although I guess Minecraft now does have an end, actually, but I've not finished it yet, so... But I will, actually, in the Let's Play series I've started, my goal is going to be to defeat that stupid dragon thing that's out there. I think I'm a lot better at killing these enemies now that I have a full... Oh, that looked funky for a second. See that? Yeah. I thought something was wrong with my, Okay. I don't know why I'm getting crystal shards, because that's not what I need, but I'll collect some of them, because they're kind of cool to have. Basically, you have to kill enemies in this biome in order to unlock everything. And let's see, what else was I trying to get at? Okay, back to the medical school stuff. So, basically, the reason that what residency you get into is important is because certain residencies are harder to get into than others, right? And one big thing they look at is the score you get on that test I was telling you about, the boards. So, for example, if you fail it, you can always retake it. But if you failed it the first time you took it, that looks really bad, and so you'll probably, get into a less high quality specialty, residency than you would otherwise. Now, certain specialties, and a specialty, is like the difference between a pediatrician and a heart surgeon. Like, those are 2 different specialties. So, just to clarify that. But if you want to become a heart surgeon, you have to go to a residency for heart surgeons, and it's, usually speaking, harder to get into any given heart surgery residency than it is to get into its counterpart, pediatrics residency. Not to say that pediatrics isn't hard, but just to say it's less competitive to get into it. To be clear on that. So, but then also, let's say you want to go for something that isn't that competitive. Let's say you want to be, something like a pediatrician or a just sort of a family doctor, one of those things. Like, those are pretty easy. It's pretty easy to get into a family medicine residency or a pediatrics residency. But if you want to get into a good one, you'll have to be, better than the other people who are applying. And usually that means you had to do, you had to pass your boards test on your first try. You had to do well in your medical school classes, both in the classroom and in terms, and actually more so in terms of the clinical stuff, the 3rd and 4th year. When you, because the 3rd and 4th year again are when you actually see patients. And so a lot of places put more emphasis on the fact that you're good at seeing patients and that the doctors who you work with in that time like you, as opposed to putting emphasis on how good you are at taking tests or memorizing little details. That being said, it's still important. It still matters, and you have to put a lot of effort into it. So it's a pretty stressful time. The test, people usually start studying about now, and the test, is in June, pretty much. So what that means is for about 6 months, basically, while taking classes, you're also studying for this massive test that, it's a lot like the SAT. That's the standardized achievement test. I don't know if people in other countries have the SAT, but it's a big standardized test in the U.S. for like high school students. And this is sort of like the medical school equivalent of that. It's a test that within the field of medicine determines the rest of your medical career pretty much. Not entirely on its own, but still to a good degree it does. That being said, I'm going to teleport back home because I was dying pretty quickly. Let me put one short. Okay, let me also get some iron skin potions. I know I have some of those somewhere. A lot of them, actually. And let me put up all of these other things. I don't need them on me. Oh dear. I dropped something in there out of my main inventory, but I don't know what. I need these, though. Okay, that was there. Is something else, maybe? I think the shine potions were there. Okay, that's right. That's much better. Grab these fallen stars real quick. Alright, gotta go back down to that underground, Hey! A falling star. By the way, I think, you guys had asked before if a falling star hitting you... Oh, wrong button. You'd asked before if a falling star would kill you if it hits you, and it doesn't, because this was off screen, but I was actually hit by a falling star in game, and it did not do any damage to my character. I simply picked up the falling star when it hit me. So that's moderately important information. All right, let's see if we can kill that guy. Those gastropods are kind of tough, actually. Interesting. Okay, got some pixie dust, but no... I think you actually have to be in an underground biome to get the Souls of Light. Well, I'm not sure about that, but I know you have to be in a hollowed biome, but I think it might be an underground hollowed biome. So, let's get back down in there and see if we can get that last Soul of Light that we need for this. So, anyways, the whole reason I told you all that is not just to inform you about the medical education system in the United States of America, but more so to say, I'm going to be busy this semester because I'm going to be studying pretty hard for that test because I'm not someone who has to do perfect, but I really think that, I want to do pretty well. I think when you're motivated and when you fully intend to put out your best effort, you might as well go all out for it. So, that's sort of my thought on that. So I'm going to go away from this corruption, though, because it's fairly, fairly tough. It's also counterproductive to go into corruption, because I really just need, I think there's some cursed flames there. Okay. Let's get these cursed flames, and then continue on our search for those. Okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, but I still, despite being fairly busy, intend fully to put out as many videos as possible. Hopefully one video every day. I can't guarantee a video every day, but I can guarantee that I will put out videos, and that hopefully they will be enjoyable. I've come, at first I was when I first began making videos, I was fairly not confident about my video making abilities, but I've become more confident in it thanks to you guys' positive feedback, and I really think that I'll be able to make some really enjoyable videos over the course of the semester, and I've even had some ideas for some bigger projects I would like to do at some point in time. Those might have to be on the back burner for a while, though, just given my level of busyness, which will only increase as time progresses, though, because after this big test I've been telling you about, I'll have more stuff to do after that, because I'll have 3rd and 4th year of medical school. 3rd year, which is probably the most time intensive, because in that one you spend an entire year in the hospital, spending a little bit of time with surgeons, a little bit of time with internal medicine doctors, a little bit of time with obstetricians, delivering babies and stuff like that. A lot of different things you get to do, which is really cool, actually. It's pretty exciting. But the downside is it's going to take a lot of time. A lot of time, in fact. I keep running into... Have I not picked up a single soul of light? Well, I'm sort of in corruption right now, though, too. Let me get back into... Here, I'm going to go back home and see if I can't find maybe a bit of an area of more pure, unadulterated goodness around here, At least that's my game plan. Now there's a little bit of corruption in this vicinity, but I think mostly this has turned into hollowed. I tried to surround the corruption with hollowed seeds here, which I think are spreading quite nicely, actually. Although that one's not, which is too bad. Maybe because of that flower on top of it? No, it's not a piece of grass. It's just regular grass. Maybe it's not lit enough to do that. Or perhaps it is and I just didn't, I don't know. Who knows? No sense in theorizing about it. I have no idea what's going on with that. So I am actually optimistic, though, that even when it comes down to third and fourth year and those things, I'll still be able to do some videos. I might have to change some things about my videos. Maybe, again, not as often, maybe not as long, stuff like that, which is unfortunate, but I think that's a fair trade. It's better, certainly, than having no videos, after all. And, I don't know, making these videos actually means, a decent amount to me. I think that, it's quite a, hey, a soul of light, we got a last one. It's, what I was getting at was, it's quite a rewarding experience overall, and especially when I get positive feedback like you guys often give me. It means a heck of a lot, actually. So let me get these out here. See if I can't make a mechanical eye. Mechanical eye it is. That will be used to summon the twins. I'm not going to use that yet, obviously, because it's daytime. I probably need to make an arena, something like that, and strategize about how to kill these guys, because it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But I think that's what I'll do next episode, is try to kill the twins. So wish me luck with that. And thanks again, guys, for watching. It really means a very large amount it means to me. So I just want to be clear on that. And welcome again to all my new subscribers. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And again, feedback is greatly appreciated and welcomed and is taken very seriously. Alright, guys, thanks again for watching. Until later, peace.